I hope you guys aren't hearing that. I'm sorry. Excuse you. Excuse you. Should I be a Karen? Oh yeah, that's so good. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiff. Today we're going to be talking all about the rules that I break while doing the curly girl method. Sometimes rules are meant to be broken. In this case, I have a few rules that I do break. I guess you could say that I no longer do the curly girl method. I more so just modified the curly girl method, or the wavy girl method if you want to say that, to my specific hair needs. Everything in moderation. And so that is where this list comes in. One thing that I do breaking the curly girl method is I dry brush my hair. I feel like a lot of wavies can get away with this because our hair is technically wavy or much looser curls. Therefore, it's not going to cause as much breakage or snagging if you dry brush your hair. This just makes detangling in the shower so much easier. It is a game changer in my opinion. And I miss dry brushing. I like to brush my hair. I have a naturally dry scalp, so sometimes by day 4, my hair still isn't oily. And you think, oh, that's a great thing. Your hair doesn't get oily. No. Come on, hair. I need you to do something. I need you to give me something. Give me some oils, please. I did watch a Mains by Mel video to where she said if you are going to brush your hair, use something that has really soft bristles. So I use a wet brush because I used to originally just use a wide tooth comb, which was great, but the wide tooth comb is very hard plastic, so it's not going to bend at all when you're brushing your hair. Hence why I moved to something that has very soft, bendable bristles so that it can move while I'm brushing my hair and not pull, break, or snag any of my hair strands. And of course I start from the ends of my hair and I go all the way up to the root. Never start from root and go down. That can just cause a lot of tangles at the end of your hair. Number 2, I went back to using my favorite co-wash, which does contain amodimethicone. Gasp, no, silicones. Bad, bad, bad. Before I began the curly girl method this past summer, I was a huge fan of Wen's cleansing conditioners. These are the 2 products from Wen that I have been using for probably the past 7-8 years now, and I have had nothing but great experiences with these products. I know a lot of people have experienced really bad things like hair loss and scalp issues with them. Fortunately, I've had nothing but great experiences with these products, and I was really sad when I started doing the curly girl method because that meant I had to give them up because they do contain 1 silicone, just 1 silicone. I really wanted to do the curly girl method. I wanted to take it very seriously, and so I stopped using my Wen, but shortly afterwards I experienced a lot of scalp issues, like very dry, itchy scalp. My hair was breaking a lot more, and I actually noticed it today. Like, you can see more breakage around my roots, which I never had an issue with. I just felt like my hair was falling out a lot more when I stopped using this product. Some of the ingredients in Wen are to promote hair growth, the 4th or 5th ingredient being rosemary oil, and I think that's what really caused my hair to grow and be really healthy, because after about 6 months in of using it, I had all this new growth on the top of my head. I looked ridiculous. Like, I would wear my hair in a ponytail and you could just see like a little tiny army of hair just growing out of my scalp. Ever since I incorporated it back into my routine, I've been so happy. It is expensive. It's like expensive. So yeah, I've been so happy ever since I brought this back into my life. Maybe because I was using Wen for so long, I forgot what it was like to not use it. Don't fix what's not broken, you know? I'm not saying go out and buy Wen or anything like that. This isn't a promotional thing for Wen or anything. If you want to learn about my co-washing tips and tricks, I will link a card above and in the description. Number 3, after I wash my hair, I do brush it with a wet brush and then a Denman brush. This is something that's not a huge no-no in the wavy and curly community. I see a lot of people that still use brushes on their hair after they've washed it. I also have learned to love damp styling versus wet styling. Everyone in the wavy community, not everyone, but a high majority of people do wet styling, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I've learned that if my hair wants to clump, then it's going to do it whether it's wet or damp. My hair is just continually getting curlier because I'm wearing it in this state all the time now. The 10 plus years that I was straightening it, it has to take time to reverse all of that. My hair is just getting curlier, not because I'm focusing on making clumps out of it. I make sure to use a Denman brush just to get it prepared for styling while it's wet, and then I will plop for about 10 minutes just so I can get all the excess water out, and then I'll take it off, and then I will continue with my normal routine, but it'll just be on damp hair versus wet hair. And yes, my hair does look a little stringier whenever I'm damp styling, but I've noticed that once I dry my hair, it forms back together again. I feel like the bigger the clump, the longer it's going to take to dry, and the more weight it's going to have on your hair. It's going to pull your hair down, which will cause looser waves. And if that's what you're going for, then cool, but I just want my hair to look what it wants to look like, essentially. So I don't want to force it to clump together in places that it doesn't want to. Because of damp styling, I'm not having as many scalp issues because product isn't going onto my scalp anymore. Whenever I was wet styling, I would put the products on my wet hair and then I would plop to get all that excess water out. Well, whenever I was plopping, all of my hair with all the product was sitting on top of it, and it could eventually seep down onto my scalp, which may have been the reason I had an itchy scalp. Also, another thing with damp styling, I don't have to use as high of a concentration of products that I used to whenever I was wet styling because I don't have as much water in my hair, which will compete with the products. I forgot what number I was on. I think I'm on like 4, 3, 5, 5, 5. Wait. Okay, so number 5 is I diffuse with heat. And this isn't a big one because I know a lot of people who do the curly girl method, they diffuse their hair with heat. I just wanted to include it just to let people know that I don't air dry. I will diffuse on low heat, low speed, and I will link a card above for a video that kind of goes into my lazy girl diffusing style. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Like I said, everything in moderation. Listen to what your scalp and hair needs. The most important thing is just to be patient, which none of us want. We just want instant gratification. But yeah, if you guys like this video, then please hit that like button down below. Please subscribe to my channel. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.